Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Chrysalis 5 Light Large Crystal Pendant. This is the 131138. I happen to have that pendant right here. I actually have the glass off it, and it is quite spectacular, if I say so. So if you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they source their glass from all over the world, and this is a pretty amazing and impressive piece. If you ever get a chance to see one, take advantage of that. So this is hand-blown glass done into a mold. Then you're going to be offered two different types of glass that are going to be on top of this. And there's a pull-down menu where it says choose your glass. So this is basically going to be dipped in molten glass, and that's going to be a matte glass. One is going to be white, and the other is going to be a matte black. Then they're going to come back after that, and they're basically going to grind and polish off these facets just like a diamond. And these are pretty incredible if you get a chance to see them, like I said. It's also very substantial, so it's a heavy piece of glass, really great. On top of this is going to be a retaining ring. That's actually embedded in the glass itself, and that's always going to be kind of a silver color, so it's something to keep in mind. This is also available in another version of this, a 5 light, where you have a smaller one and a larger one, and then there's going to be another one on top of that that just uses smaller versions of these. So you can check them all out, see what you guys think. Let's get into some sizes in here. So 11.6 inches high, that's going to be the fixture body height itself. Diameter on this is coming in at 16 inches. The overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling, is going to start off at 15 inches at its shortest and go to 80 inches at its longest for one version. You notice there's a pull-down menu that says choose your length. The second one's going to be offered in 15 to 130 inches overall height. If you need yours to be longer than 130, drop me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 131138. Tell me how long you need it. 240 inches, 180 inches. Doesn't matter. I'm going to take your email, send it to Hubbardton Forge's Customs Department. It's going to come back with an answer of how we can fix this for you, fix your little issue. And adds a little time and money, but we do custom lengths every day, so it's not a big deal. It's free to ask, too. Let's get into that canopy up on the ceiling. Canopy on the ceiling is going to be 12.3 inches in diameter. It's going to be about that thick. It's holding a transformer, which is going to transform the electrical coming into it from line voltage down to low voltage, so it safely goes through all those cables down below. I want to show you more information about the canopy, how we do it. We're going to look at the installations instructions. So, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together, which is very simple. But the important thing to me is it's going to show you some detailed drawings of the inside of the canopy, how it goes over your 4-inch junction box quite easily, and other parts of that canopy can attach to your building. This is only 27 pounds. It's not very heavy. But these are things I want you guys to know. Other things about that canopy, you're going to notice in the pull-down menu which says choose your finish that one of the things about the canopy is the bottom plate that's round and flat facing down is going to be in the finish that you guys choose. The can part of the canopy, that's the sides that touch the ceiling, is always going to be in black. Another little detail. You'll notice that there are these things called grippers. Grippers are on the bottom part of that canopy, the flat part, and they are what accept the cables as you push them into those grippers and they lock so it doesn't come back down again. It's going to allow you to stagger these in different ways, however design you want them to be for the lights. However, you can actually bring them down. So you use your thumbnail, you push into the gripper, which is also called a strain relief, and you can back them back down out again. You're not going to be able to bring them up and down all the time. It's just during your installation, so keep that in mind too. Okay, this is slopes. Oh, the other thing about that, those little grippers are always going to be in kind of a polished nickel, so just kind of remember that. So little details. Slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees if you guys have a slope ceiling. If you're going to be doing that, just drop me a quick phone call because I want to walk you through that too. The other thing is, let's talk about the sockets on this. So this is going to be an LED light only. No halogens are going to be used in this. You're going to be using a G4 socket in each of these 5 lights, and G4 sockets are very small. They have little holes in them. They accept the little prongs coming out of G4 bulbs that push right in. You're going to be using a 4-watt G4 light bulb in each of these sockets, so kind of keep that in mind too. A 4-watt LED is the equivalent of a 40-watt halogen, so that's very important. And you've got 5 of these, so that's going to add up to quite a bit of light, so keep that in mind too. Like I said, the other thing is you can find these bulbs all over the place, but the easiest place to find them is going to be on the internet. So we generally get these light bulbs on Amazon. You can go to 1001bulbs.com, you can go to justbulbs.com, those kind of places. You can probably try your Ace Hardware store or True Value Hardware store where you live. But Amazon to me is, for this particular bulb, is a great resource. So that's where we get them. Put in a G4 4-watt LED. That's going to be what you're going to be looking for. The other thing, it's a dimmable fixture, so when you do look at those bulbs, make sure you notice that it says the word dimmable. That's going to be really important. You're also going to notice they're going to be offering these in different colors. So they're going to offer 2700 Kelvin. That's the light coming out of the bulb. That's a super yellow light. They're going to be offering these in daylight, and daylight is sounds warm. It's not warm. It's going to be like that cold hospital waiting room light, or like an overcast day in the wintertime. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. In the middle of all that is going to be warm white, and warm white's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. 3,000 Kelvin is what we use in our showroom all over the place because it mimics that nice warm glow of a incandescent bulb. That is warm white. So that's the light that's coming down in my hands, and that's that nice warm glow that you kind of see here. So anyway, I'd be looking for a G4 4-watt 3,000 Kelvin dimmable LED when you do that search, and you should be fine. The other thing is, tell your installer you're doing a dimmable LED bulb. They're going to need to put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton forged fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton forged stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton forged. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forged doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.